now. So again, this car has pretty good equipment on it. These come with a lot standard. Starting up front, I'd like to point out, just in case you don't know anything about the Macan, you do have active vents in the grill here that actually open and close on their own so that you can control the airflow. And when you pop the hood, you can actually see how that's useful. This vehicle is powered by a 3-liter V6 twin turbo. It's 340 horsepower, 339 pound-foot of torque. This has the Premium Package Plus, so this gives you quite a bit of options with it. One of which is the PDLS, it's a Porsche Dynamic Light System. So the standard headlight gives you the 4-point LED daytime running lights with the xenon headlight. With the PDLS, you get the cornering light that's in here so you can see better going around turns. You have the 20-inch sport design wheels, which are still in good condition. Look at all 4 of them. This vehicle has a side blade matching the paint of the vehicle. Hey, you're also going to get the entry and drive. It's a little hard to see. There's a little indent there on the door handle. That'll allow you to lock the door. To unlock it, you put your hand inside the handle, and because this is an SUV, you can unlock it from all 4 doors. You'll also, with the entry and drive, when you open up the power tailgate, you'll see that there's 2 buttons with the entry and drive, one on the left to close the hatch and the one on the right will close the hatch and lock the vehicle once you're done unloading it. One of the nice things about the powered hatch for this vehicle is you can actually program the height and the memory by easily pressing and holding this button here once you reach the desired height. This vehicle is equipped with the agate gray interior. You have these tie downs in the back in case you want to secure something into the back of the vehicle. Full-size temporary spare. This has the Bose surround sound system. The Macan has a 40-20-40 split with the rear seat, so you can bring down the center or either side down. The privacy shade back here is easy to remove if you needed some more space. This vehicle is equipped with the park assist in the front and rear with the backup camera. Just taking a good look at the back, you see you got the quad tips on the S model that give it a sporty look. And this car is equipped with the trailer hitch. This gives you a better look at the agate gray interior. It's gray with kind of a brownish tint to it. This does have brushed aluminum for the trim. In the back, you have the 3-zone climate control with this car. So you have this toggle in the center here that allow you to adjust the temperature, warmer or cooler by a few degrees, and you have the vents in the back for your passengers, and then heated seats in the rear. And then you have a 12-volt outlet in case your passengers needed to charge anything. Okay, this has the 14-way power seat with the memory package. Once again, bringing up the agate gray interior, it's a very elegant look for the Macan. Your memory functions are right here on the door. So you have it on the driver and passenger side. You have 2 settings for the driver's seat, steering wheel and mirror, and then you have your key function so you can program other settings into the car. This vehicle does have the lane change assist, so if you look here in the mirror, by pressing this button here on the door, you'll actually activate your lane change assist, which most companies call blind spot detection. They use a radar system in the back of the car, so that light comes on when someone's in your blind spot, and you can adjust the brightness to that if you'd like. Okay, going in the vehicle, you have your instrument cluster that's very similar to the Porsche Cayman. The Macan was the first vehicle in Porsche's lineup to receive the steering wheel taken from the 918 Spider. It's a multi-function steering wheel, volume controls on the left side, button here so that you can answer the phone, diamond-shaped button, which is your steering wheel operation button, so that you can operate certain functions in the PCM. You can customize that. You have a button here to hang up the phone, a back button, and then this roller here, so you can actually cycle through what they call a TFT display, which is this screen here. Nice elegant clock here in the dash. The dash seems to be well maintained, as well as the seats. This has the PCM with navigation, touchscreen radio, it has your Bluetooth, your navigation. It's very easy to operate. Porsche makes things as simple as possible. You have all your controls here in the center. And on the left side, as well as the right side of the console. These options that are on the left and the right are for your climate settings, as well as for your heated and ventilated seats that come with the Premium Package Plus. You have your standard sport mode. You have your PSM, which is a Porsche Stability Management. You have your off-road mode to change how the all-wheel drive system operates in the car. You have your automatic start and stop, so the engine will shut down to conserve fuel. You can deactivate it by pressing this button. And then you have your electronic parking brake here. The Macan puts down its power utilizing PDK, so this is one of few SUVs that actually utilizes a double clutch transmission like the sports cars. So it shifts extremely fast, very smooth, very strong transmission. With that, you get paddle shifters on the steering wheels. Now, one of the greatest things that Porsche has added to these vehicles is the TFT display here. It has quite a bit of information. This regular vehicle menu here shows your oil temperature, your cool temperature, and your oil pressure. And you can customize the layout of this menu, and I'll cycle back to that in a second. So as you roll down on the steering wheel, you have your audio function, so it shows the radio stations that you're on. You have your phone option, so once your phone is connected, you can access your contact list as well as your call history and dial out without taking your hand off the wheel. You have access to your map. You can change the layout and do a 3D map just like you can on the one that's in the PCM. You have your navigation function, which will allow you to look at your previous destinations, and while you're utilizing the navigation for your directions, this will show you your turn-by-turn directions. As you go down, you have your trip computer, your tire pressure, which will be measured at 15 miles per hour as it says on the screen, and to show you each individual tire so that you know exactly where they are. You can even change the preferences on it, so if you wanted to typically right now it'll be set to the comfort pressure, so it'll give you more comfortable ride, but you can do it to a full load, which will change the tire pressure that the car requires. You have the torque split menu here, which is going to show how the power is distributed between the front and rear axle. These all-wheel drive systems are rear-wheel biased, so it's going to send the power to the rear before sending it up front. And then you back around to the regular menu. So when you click in here, you actually bring up a whole different menu. Info is going to allow you to look at messages and service. You can check your oil from here. You can make a speed limit so that if you didn't want to exceed a certain speed, the car will alert you. Then you have access to the majority of your settings. There are a few settings that you can access in the PCM that you can't access here, but this will take care of most of it. So you can change the display for the TFT. And this is where I was mentioning you can change the layout of that first menu. So these are all the options that you have to choose from. Vehicle voltage, boost pressure, oil temperature. You can put a compass, GPS height. There's a lot of information here. You have the date and time assist systems, like your lane change assist, light and visibility, locking. So you have, like I said, you have all your settings here that you can access without taking your hand off the wheel. Up top you have your panoramic sunroof. I would open the roof, but it is drizzling out, so I don't want to get the interior wet. You have all your controls for the things up top here. So you have your light controls here for your reading lights. This is a dome light. It's a light for when you want to have the door open and have the lights come on. You have your home link, so you can set your garage door opener. And you have your park distance control. So the park distance control on these, they're automatic. So when you start to pull into a parking spot, or you're, let's say, in bumper-to-bumper traffic, as soon as you get too close, the sensors will activate. You can actually deactivate them utilizing this button here. And then here's the control for your shade for the panoramic roof, and then the operation for the panoramic roof. It said this was the 2015 Porsche Macan S. Hope this video provided you with the information that you needed. We're here to help any way we can, and we'll touch base with you soon. Thank you.